Hey, welcome back to Luke's Amateur Hour. Excuse the shake, I just got done transferring like a ridiculous amount of rock off my driveway. Anyway, so wanted to give you a tip on maintenance for your wheelbarrows and something you can do to upgrade them. So first off, maintenance. If you got a wheelbarrow like mine, it's a, Ace True Value kind of deal. I assembled it, wood slats with metal, right? It's the light duty one. It's 40 bucks, whatever. You got 1/2-inch bolts and nuts, right? Whoop, they're all over the place. A couple there, a couple down there. About once a year, go around and tighten those suckers up. They'll loosen up through use and through swelling and contraction of the wood, and you don't want it falling apart or getting all weebly on you. You'll notice, especially with these, right, and the cross member there, those bolts, when you have a load in there, in the wheelbarrow, the handles will start getting it'll feel loosey-goosey, it'll feel rattly. Just tighten those bolts up. Don't get out your torque wrench and spec them to 75 or 80 foot-pounds, but a good ratchet tight. That's tip the first. Tip the second is an upgrade. Check it out. That, my friends, is a busted go-kart wheel. That is the original wheelbarrow wheel. So this was born out of necessity, right? So I'm moving rocks, and I get my first load up, and then I go to start moving it, and this guy's she's low, right? And I should have checked the pressure on it before I started using it, but by the way, that's maintenance tip number 2. Make sure the pressure on your wheelbarrow wheel, your tire, is up to what it should be. Excuse me. I didn't. So we got the 1.5-year-old. She ain't feeling that great. She's down for a nap, and if I turned on the air compressor, the wife would have had my neck. So looking around the garage, and I saw a wheelbarrow. Ooh, excuse that. I saw a go-kart wheel that I took off the go-kart, and the reason I took it off, let me see if I can show you. Yeah, so if you look at this side, you see that black thing right there under my fingernail. There's the silver that around the wheel housing, whatever, I don't know, bearing, and there's the bearing. That side's okay. This side, the black thing came off, and this was on a steering, one of the front wheels on the go-kart, and I didn't want to be driving it around, turn it around a corner and have a wheel come off or something like that. So I took it off, replaced the front wheels on my go-kart, so I had these sitting around. Now you can see, get it up here, 2 things. Thing the first, this is a lot wider. It was already inflated as well, more knobbier, more betterer. It's fantastic for moving a ton of stone, right? But this wheel has, I don't know what you'd call these, extensions on the wheel. Sorry for the shake. This wheel has, an extension. This one does not. So what I had to do, and I may have busted up my axle or bent my axle because of it. What I did was I took some hose clamps, put it on either side of this bearing, and yeah, it might scratch the bearing, but I don't care. It's wheel and I'm not going to use on my go-kart anymore. I don't use my wheelbarrow more than 6 times a year, once a month, once every other month, especially less in the fall. So whoop-de-friggin' do. Yeah, I may have bent my axle on this, moving all that stone. But that's it. Quick tip, a couple maintenance tips. 1, tighten up the nuts and bolts on your wheelbarrow as you're going around, boop, boop, all over the place. 2, make sure your tire's inflated. And 3, if you got it laying around, free upgrade, go-kart wheel on your wheelbarrow. Thanks for tuning in. My name's Luke. I'm an amateur. This one didn't take an hour. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you so desire. Peace.